The game of life, the mega game of life, the me again. I'm in. Game of life and how to win. How do you win? Well, first of all, you come as a winner. You come to learn. You come to play. Um, excuse me. I remember my son being, very aggressive player, even in card games and basketball. Took it to heart, took it very seriously, and it used to concern me. And yet, I made this disconnect that he got it from somewhere. And of course, even if I had started to connect the dots, I would have pointed it to his father. And so I did used to tell him that he seemed to have gotten the most vulnerable traits of both of his parents and smashed them together, uh, and made himself. And I realize now, that was throwing him a curveball. Let's call it that. Um, Now I'm here to say that all of my children have the best of me, period. Um, that says, so says the woman, so says the mother, the matriarch, that does not buy tricks. I never liked the cereal tricks. Um, you know, just didn't taste good. Again, I give me some Count Chocula, some honeycomb before they messed that up, and some Captain Crunch. I think they say he was an admiral. So again, these are those things that we're supposed to um, find out. Speak on. There's a problem here. October is the 10th month, but it is Oct means 8. So, you know, question. You know, Anybody want to fix it? Anybody want to talk about it? And the rest of these, they go long, they go wide. Parking in the driveway, driving in the parkway, and that kind of stuff. Um, but it says that scramble that's talked about in Genesis 11 and 1, I believe. The story begins of Nimrod, which to me is just uh, Rod Nim. When you stop using people's name and which Rod are you talking about, um, Rod men even. So I believe the Bible is very current. So even Dennis Rodman, yeah, Rodman. Dennis Rodman, I believe, is a marker of Bible state to life, true to life. But anyway, in the Tower of Babel, the rant, um, you have basically languages that are, or statements that are first echoed as the first thing. And though the gods went down to scramble the words, there were things spoken by the tribe that made it more self-fulfilling. So God can allow a wind to blow or come and investigate something. The gods, whether you see it as a little god, B, G, whatever, um, but it is up to us to see it as a challenge or a lesson to rearrange things if they're not the way that we want. So again, I've been using the very good and hopefully global now uh, example of the TV show Dance Club by Saturday, Soul Train. So the Soul Train scramble board, look at that as being your life, and again having your soul being on board with dancing rhythm, the rubber band man, being flexible. Again, there's a very um, discovery time, disco and discovery. Um, so see yourself as coming from your own imagination with the help again of parents, of other trees, and yet you're not confined, you're not limited to your mother and father, because again they were interacting with other people. um, Again, you're, that is your mother and father ship. um, but the earth is a ship as well. So all of these early ships, late ships, relate ships, conveying ships, convoys, whatever these words that can intertwine again. And Jesus used the example of things on the ocean and water, because we're predominantly water, so we're told our makeup, liquid, fluid, we're able to move about. What gives us structure is our bones, our rules. Um, we're not robots to, walk and just bam into each other. And even robots at this point of intelligence and programming know, would have sensors to keep them apart. So we have sense enough not to run into each other when we're walking. But again, certain places do. In New York, even before cell phones got as big as they are, uh, people just they moved and they bumped each other. But again, it wasn't necessarily an offense. It was part of that culture. Um, Another culture may give more distance and speak or nod or tip the hat. All of these over time and over culture seasons. And I just want to give a shout out to South Carolina for still having Southern hospitality, that I'm able to compare, contrast with um, my own hometown, you know, the show me state. We still, they still bred me, so I'm gonna love them anyway. Um, but we have the ark, the Noah's Ark, the arch. It's made of steel this time, but again, it just shows you that sigils and symbols have to keep true to form for a story to have an effect, continuity, production, aha moment. So, a lot of women have been playing the baby bear or the mother bear archetypes. Um, and as I was telling I'll call her a friend now, financial partner, the other day, I said, as a Taurus, you have to understand, and I need to know the details and intricacies of the stock market, but a Taurus, you are the bull in the um, stock market, as the Taurus. And again, that is our auras, the stick with the crook or the cane. This is male ancient wisdom. But then we do not have a bear on the zodiac sign as a symbol. We have no bear. We have lions. Uh, we have no bear. What we do have is a bear in Missouri on our flag. So I've met my bear and bull market. I've identified with the bear and the bull market. A bear is protective, a bull is charging. So when there is a bear market, again, it is exposed, it's vulnerable, but it can also be agitated. Um, People are reserved to buy, so it's a buy or a sell. So the selling, you know, go, 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 go. So again, whether we identify or not, but by default, the bear is going to be less aggressive than a bull, unless the bull is agitated. But again, after the unless the bear is agitated. However, once we call it the agitated bear, then again, now it's a bull market. So that's my personal intuitive explanation of a bear and a bull. And like I said, I'm coming from the show me state, so I can show you, I can show you, um, the fact that this has left again America crippled uh, in most of its citizens, because most people don't even want to deal with it, not knowing that they do already deal with it and that it's dealing with them, whether it's again news and how it goes, um, or looking at again changing your news from being them showing like news being north, being true north. True north is your own head. So if you're from quote down south, then you might want to start with the S. So either you can put the S at the top of your clock, or you can leave it where it is, but connect the dots in the direction. Let's go fly a kite. So or south, east. No, that ain't east. Sorry. South, east, west, north. So I've sewn my zigzag in my right there in front of you, just like that. So you reap what you sow. So I'm reaping my pears right now. I have a pear tree. It's me and you. So that's my new fruit for today. The partridge and the pear tree. And then I'll maybe mix some figs in there. Some figgy pudding. But that's what the life is about. It's about being a tree. It's about being stable, being planted by four streams of income, and that four streams again being directional. Which person are you listening to? Purse on, okay, and per son. So every person should have a purse. Boxing, they call it a purse, so it doesn't, and if you want to distinguish man purse from woman purse, that's fine, but your purse is your bag, is your money, and this is my money. This is how I break down words to build you up. $ go ask Val. If you've learned something today about you, your words in general, words in specific, be your own property, be your own slave. Take that word slave and be your own evals. Evaluate your life. I pretty much like myself because I'm able to say what I got to say, and I think I'm going to tell you what I just told you. I've told you that you are the orchestrator, you are the director by way of your wand, by way of your rod. You do not have to stay in the Tower of Babel. You can reach heaven, you can reach the top, and it can be black haired, brown skin president, or goodness. God only has one O. So I'm looking for goodness. I'm looking for greatness. So I found it in myself. I'm sharing it with you and telling you that you are your own greatness. Your birth date, your birth chart, your name, everything, even the other private things that you don't need to tell me about. It is all your thumbprint, fingerprint, handprint, palm print, skin print on the planet. You make your mark on the planet, whether you thought you wanted to or not. So I'm over here on my channel doing it for me and for you because, like I said, I know I got information that you can use. You got one person that's true, you start looking for the truth in yourself instead of, as people would often say, well, you lied about this, what else you lied about. Stop looking for lies. Start accepting the truth. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I love y'all. I will be back. I will. I vow. Will is my son. Okay, shout out to you as well. V plus my other me. That's my boy. So he's a grown man though. Let me say that. He's a grown man in his own king, in his own kingdom, and I appreciate him for being that. I knight my children to be sons and fathers, and grandfathers, and kings, and have that whole generational line up and up and up and up and up. Okay, yeah, I just had to say that because I had to say that. All right, take care. Talk to you later.